Hello out there in Streamland. It does look like you guys can hear me. Woot. Awesome. Um, I'll pull it up while we check in with our players. Tonight we have Kita as Lolin. Say hello to everybody, Kita. And we have Reno as Jackson. Say hello, Reno. Okay, I cannot hear you. All right, so let's see if I can figure it. It should be set for default. Let me see, guys. Let's see. So I set up a brand new layout, a brand new everything, frames, and oh no, everything is brand new. Interesting. So it should be this one, and it does not appear to be it. Let me check. Because I can hear myself coming over the stream, and I can hear you in my headset, but I'm going to check one thing real quick, guys. Oh, it's output. Okay, it's audio output capture. That's why. Okay. I think I've got it. Well, plus audio output capture. Okay, and now it looks like it's going to work. Okay, and now
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and now
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yay, it works. Okay.
Yay.
And just to make sure,
It works.
Kita,
Yay.
what is Lowlin?
Just make sure.
Who is she? Kita. Lowlin.
Just make sure.
Who is she?
Is it a Genosi?
Lowlin. Just make sure. Who is she?
Is that what it is? Is it a Genosi?
The pronunciation.
No, Genasi?
Genasi. Yep, that's correct.
Okay, Genasi. Right. She is an Earth Genasi. Her name is Lowlin. She tends to keep to herself. She's kind of a smart ass. And she likes her magic.
All right, and tell us a little bit about Jackson.
Jackson is a very handsome barbarian with a little bit of wild magic thrown in there, unbeknownst to some of his family and friends. He's a big guy. He wields a sword and a shield. Recently, he's been carrying around a big axe. He has some magical property, magical whatever it is, coming out slowly and surely. Everybody's kind of surprised at. He was originally he grew up as a apprentice to a high-level dwarf blacksmith. As Kree is his buddy, they did this together as an apprenticeship, and they decided to go out and adventure, and then ended up with scrambles and created a hodgepodge motley adventuring group.
Awesome. All right, so you'll notice, for those of you who've watched the stream or looking at the stream, you see there's a black square there where Micah is. His niece hurt herself, so he is at the hospital with his niece. But when we last left off our group, so if we caught last night's stream, it was the big 20, and
Woo!
Jackson and Scrambles had a little taste of what it was going to be like at level 10. Any real surprises there, Reno, with playing your level 10 character?
Yeah, yeah. It was actually it was nice to have much more hit points. That's for sure. Because I was getting blasted. Um, yeah, it's interesting because you feel like more confident as you're doing things and whatnot, and if something could have a little bit of damage or a little bit of an effect, but then when it kicks in, it's really really spectacular. So that was cool. The A little bit more of the wild magic was kicked in, so that was cool to see some of that stuff and and the ramifications of its ability as far as combat and whatnot. Handsome as ever, but
Awesome. All right, so um, Kita, do you guys remember what you guys were doing when you last left after you rescued the woman? Remember when you went back to Fandolin?
Yeah, we went back and then I can't remember, was it Scrambles who asked about the abandoned mansion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he asked about the abandoned mansion so that Adabra would have some place to live and be able to work with her potions. And then we met a guy, I can't remember his name, but we met a guy and we were supposed to be escorting him to the mines, I believe, so that he could be like the new head guy or something like that. And there was also an issue with their supplies. Their supply has been getting cut off, I guess.
Exactly right. So this and his name is Don
Don
John Raskin. And he's been regaling you with his tales of how he spent his pretty adventurous life. He was a sea captain for a while, or I mean, not, or at least a sailor. He ran a shop in Neverwinter. Um, he's been around quite a bit, uh, and he was actually going to just head out to the thing himself. Here's the picture of him, so everybody can see. And then, but he was cautioned to go ahead and take his time, wait for you guys. So as he was getting ready to pack up that morning, that's the morning you guys came back. So here's the map. You guys are headed to that green pin next to the word ice, or it's actually Ice Spire.
Ah,
And you had come to about 5 miles from the entrance to the Mountain Toes mine when you, you came around this corner, climbed up over a little rise, and saw ahead of you about 90 feet there was some big disturbance. And as you got closer, you were able to determine that there were some dead orcs there. And Don John just points out, oh, well, ain't that something? And you guys had come close. Scrambles and Jackson had investigated a little bit. What did you find out?
We have the feeling that due to the evidence of the damage and what happened to them, that they were probably attacked by a dragon, which kind of goes along with the theory that the ice dragon is directly north east of where we are anyway. So it's likely they were attacked. So the dragon kind of did a little bit of our job for us. However, it also demonstrates that he is pretty ruthless.
And Lolin, you have a roll.
Okay.
All right. So one thing that hadn't really been said for sure, but you do find a couple extra, a javelin that's misplaced, a boot, a part of a hand. Um, there were more than just the 6 bodies here. So it looks like either some were carried off or some may have been eaten. Not really sure what happened to the rest, but it looks like
Right.
as Lolin is looking around, you see evidence that there's probably more than just what was here. Um, and I'm going to push everybody a roll.
Is that a skill or not?
It is skill. Uh-huh.
Can I do a re-roll then?
Why or how? What gives you a
I
reroll?
just um I thought that was part of my where is it here? Hold on. Where the hell is it? Barbarian magic awareness.
You do have a
Go
uh,
back.
inspiration, but that would use it up.
It's under where is the inspiration located?
It's on your main page. INSP. It's a little dot up at the top. It's a reroll, but it's only once, and so most people save it for like um, an attack roll or saving
On the
throw or
main
something.
page? The main page?
Yes, on the top right it says
Right?
INSP insp.
Okay. INSP. Okay. All right. So no, I won't take it then. It's fine.
All right. He's gonna check this. Oh, wrong button. That's all right. All right. So as you guys are studying and looking at this, there's the map. You hear some scraping and some movement from behind you.
Okay.
What do I do with it? Here it is. And coming up from around the rock is this huge bear. So if you zoom out of your map a little bit, you can see
Again.
back to the right
Back. Oh wow. Okay. Way up there.
is a bear, and he's moving on
Moving
up.
along.
Click, click, and roll for initiative.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
This phone is killing.
And go ahead and roll for Molia as well, Kita. You should have a pop up in the middle of your screen for the initiative.
4. Okay.
And if you open up Lo Lin's character sheet and click her little speech bubble, that'll switch you to her if you want. That way, when you roll your dice, it'll be her color. If you care,
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but if you just click their face at the top, in the top left, it does the same thing.
Nice. Awesome.
It's easier.
All right. So,
You're changing the dice color and stuff. Is that what you mean?
no, he's talking about switching between her familiar and herself as the active
Oh, okay.
character.
Right.
I mean,
But also,
that works for dice color too.
is it changing the dice color as well?
Yes, because her familiar is just black and hers is olive, the color of her skin.
Yep.
Weird.
Anyway, so we're gonna start with Cree. Cree starts us off. And one more time on the perception checks, guys. Now that you're looking at this thing as it's coming towards you, I'm also going to ask for a nature check. All right,
Nature.
not bad, not bad on the perception checks.
That stink. That stinks.
I'm
Lolin killed it. All right, so Lolin, you notice that this thing, besides the fact that cave bears are typically honorary to begin with, um, this one looks very uh, scarred, looks almost emaciated, very thin, gaunt, and it's uh, very, for lack of a better word, angry, very feral as it's coming to attack you. You don't think that there's going to be any way to calm this thing down without
Rabid.
magical means, at least. All
Right.
right, so Cree, it is about 1 o'clock in the. I mean, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have this set up wrong. Give me just 20 seconds because it is very vitally important that you're actually in sunlight, not dusk.
Okay.
Come on. There it is. Oh, okay, that's what I was looking at. Last line of sight. Okay, um, perfect. All right, so most of the stuff, as you can see, is just terrain. Um, there's the rocket came from behind. There's another rock over to your left that blocks line of sight, and a couple trees that you can't really see behind. But other than that, um, none of this is difficult terrain. It's
Okay.
rocky and there's grass and shrubs and stuff, but nothing that you can't handle. Nothing that's going to require. Molia might have some struggles, but those of you bigger won't have any issues. Um,
Cool.
anyway, so getting back to what I was saying, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but he's going to go ahead and take a look at Lolin, Jackson,
Yeah. Come in.
and Don John, and he's going to grasp his holy symbol around his neck and cast a little spell called Bless on you guys. Hashtag
Nice.
blessed.
Hashtag blast. Yep.
And then he's going to just sort of interpose himself a little bit between the spellcaster. And you see he pulls out his battle axe and he has um, these big long claws. Um, and for those of you at click watching, and for those of you playing, in case you guys wanted to, here it is, late night group. A little reminder of what you're seeing. A little two-scale painting.
Nice.
So he steps up with his axe in his claws and is now Jackson.
All right. Jackson is going to
Uses up a spell slot.
move. See, he has a range of 30, I think. Speed is 30, yes. All right. He's going to move up 30. 5, 10, 25, and 30. He's going right there, straight out. And he is going to shoot his ray of frost at this feral monster. So I roll the save first or the cast first, or what?
It should be an attack.
Attack first. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right. So then I
Nice.
do the damage. Next.
So you notice you rolled an extra d4. That's what the bless spell does. It gives you an extra
All
d4 anytime you attack or make a saving throw.
right. That was the two was the extra play. Or no, no, that was the
Looks like your connection is a little weak. There it goes. You're breaking up a bit. So just roll
right.
the damage and then click on the effect.
That critical effect. Did it come through? Damage. 14 is not the effect on the bear. Get over there and that do it? Yes.
There you go. All
Awesome.
right, so that slows it down just a smidge.
It is reduced by 10 feet. Nice.
That's weird. My camera just wigged out.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so as you step forward, this the veins sort of coming from your horns and down glow slightly, and you reach forward, and a ray of frost comes blasting out of your hand, slams into this thing, and this patch of white, like you got hit by a snowball, is on his shoulder as it rocks back a little bit. Don John has a sling staff, so this is a staff that he walks with, but on the top of it there's a sling with a little pocket, leather pocket, and he
Right?
swirls it around, but he's able to use the way it's set up a special way. The one of the lines of leather is really long and it goes through a little hoop, and so he
Right?
can use the whole staff like a highlight stick, really gain some momentum, and it gives it a lot more power than a normal sling does. And
Very
he will
cool.
step over to the side a little bit. To the side and move up and lashes out with his sling staff. And before the first one even hits, he is loading and attacking with the second one.
It's a hit.
But that one goes wide. What is going on with my VC today? I don't know. Anyway, all right. So it is now Lo Lin, wizard extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just said that. The chat says attack. I didn't do anything.
Yes. Awesome. So you see her put her palm out like she did when they were fighting the Manicore, and a ball of energy just starts to form in her palm, and it starts to crackle, and sparks start to shoot out, and then you see her grab one of her vials and kind of just mess with some powder on the tip of her fingers before she blows it over the orb and sends the orb flying towards the bear.
Nice. Very cool. 16. You're kicking some butt
All
here.
right. And as it's flying through the air, little trails of static electricity behind it like a comet and slams into it, and little spiders of electricity whirl over it as it shakes its head, and you see a little smoke come up from the burned, singed fur where she hit it. Are you going to move?
Yeah. That's good.
All right, so wizard running into the battle. All right, so would normally be able to move farther, but Jackson's spell slowed it a little bit. So it is going to gonna have to double move before it can do anything. So it runs up, big lumbering strides, um, digging up clods of dirt as it's running. Uh, the ground is slightly rocky and a little sloped, but it is easily able to run and traverse. But it can't attack because it had a double move. All right, so are you going to do anything with your familiar?
Familiar.
Yeah. Into.
So remember, typically it has a choice to help. So if it gets adjacent to the enemy, anybody in within sight of the enemy, I mean anybody who attacks the enemy can be helped by him. Uh, so it doesn't. They don't.
Right.
The person you're helping doesn't have to be adjacent. Um, or and in addition to that, on your turn, you can use your action to have it spend its reaction and try to touch something, cast a spell through it. A touch spell like Shocking Grasp or something like
Okay.
that.
Right.
This is all close-up stuff.
Yes. The drawback to that is it is then potentially a target. All right, so it moved up. Is it going to help, or going to and become a target, or is it just going to stay where he is for now?
I'm sorry, say that again.
So is it going to help, or is it just going to stay where it is for now?
Um, we'll give the help action. Yeah.
All right, so who does it want to help? It can help.
We'll go Jackson.
All right. So do you have it on your? Does Malia have it on her actions page? He
Let's
does not.
see.
What the hell? Hold on, give me 30 seconds. So I'll add it on
25
there.
next one.
Boom. And boom. There it is. I'm just going to move this.
I just drag it
Clear,
over
close.
him.
So open up the magnifying glass, and then there's an effect. And yes, you just drag it onto Jackson, or you can target him. Either way. Yep, perfect. Let me switch this to Actionis. There we go. And I'll also give him the dodge, just in case someone tries to eat him. He can take the dodge action, which gives them a disadvantage to attack him.
So you're talking about Malia, or Malia, or you're
Yes.
talking about Jackson? Okay. So, but in the general sense, that because it's such a small animal, that is reflected in its save ability, right?
Its armor class is 16, so it's got a really high armor class because it's so small.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't have armor or anything else. It's really high, and as a mole, it's not really not that fast. It's mostly its size.
Right.
Okay, so now the combat is focused in one area. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit. Don't forget you can use your mouse wheels, and you can also change the size of the map itself. And if you're using a mouse, you can click on the little mouse wheel. Click down on the mouse wheel, hold it to move the map as well, as opposed to using a little cross on the right. All right, so by the way, the bodies are very detailed. If you wanted to zoom in really close, you can see all the details and the blood on the various bodies.
Cool.
Because
Yeah, I did
spare
see
no
that.
expense for dead bodies.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Don John is going to run up. So in my campaign, I do flanking is +1. So he runs up behind. So you guys, anybody who attacks will get a +1. You will have to manually put it in there down in the bottom right where it says modifier. Just put a 1 in there before you attack. So he's going to slash out with his kniff. Oof, adds second critical of the night. Look at that.
Nice. Nice, nice.
And
12 damage.
so the knife slashes into this thing's hindquarters and it rears up and snaps at him. And he stabs, slices across its face. Max damage.
Nice.
All right, and so that leads us to Jackson.
Yes. All right, here we go. We're slamming in with my great axe. That's already targeted, correct? Yes. All right, there we go. Oh, do I have a +1, you said? For the attack or for
Yes,
the damage?
+1 for the attack.
Okay. Let's do it. There we go. Bam. And it is a hit. Yes. And there we go. Come on. Oh, nice. Nice. 14 damage. 14 damage is awesome.
All right, so you slash at it with your axe, and then what else would you like to do?
That is actually fine. The bear is currently facing us, correct? So yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it as is.
All right, so Cree's going to looks like you all have it in hand. He's going to move down and wait to see if sort of keep an eye out, look around, see if anything else is coming, anything else has been attracted by the noise, and also sort of watch the battle, see if anybody needs healing. All right, and so the bear is going to. So let's see. The two of you have done the most damage to him, Jackson and Don John. Um, there's a small percent chance. So I'm going to say 11 and 12 is Lolin. 1 through 5 is Jackson, and 6 through 10 is Don John.
Lay it on me. What you got?
And he rolls. I rolled a 7, so he's swinging around and going for 2 claws for Don John. A 1, so I'm going to say his second claw also misses, as he had spun around and Don John just sliced it right across his face, and it
Nice.
caused him to miss. But he's going to then lash out with his mouth, and that is a hit. And a little bit of damage, minimum damage. Um, all right, and then I'm going to say Malia is going to. We will wait for just a moment while she was getting her mouse. She's trying to use her laptop without a mouse. So she went to grab it real quick. Is there a little bit of heartache going back to level 4?
I
Don't have that
think it
134
was,
hit points anymore.
that's right, exactly. Well, at least I got my reset my spells and whatnot. I was concerned about that coming back into from
Right.
whatever it's called, the alternate reality that we touched.
The 20th episode special.
That's right. That's very cool.
So as soon as she gets back, it'll be Malia and then Lolin.
Okay, I'm back. It's
All
my
right.
turn, you said?
It is. Malia is up.
Okay. Oh, this is so much better. Yes. Okay. All right. Have her do this. And you said I can do. Can I do a help action every turn?
You sure can.
Bet. Oh, Taki, that's the wrong thing.
I'll go ahead and take it off as you're.
I don't want to help the bear. No. Okay. I'm helping me. Okay. And that's the end of that turn for. Oh, yeah. Okay. And let's see. We'll do this one. And take the save for now. That means that I won, right? Yeah, okay.
It's saved against you, correct?
It did save against me?
I mean, I'm sorry. It failed
It
its
failed.
save against
Yeah,
you. Yes.
that's what I thought. Okay.
Rolling a 1, a natural 1.
A natural win. Yeah, I definitely did not win that one. Okay, so Malia just kind of scampers around to the other side of the bear, drawing its attention slightly, trying to distract it and helping Lolan get her her spell going. She grabs another tiny little vial, puts some dust out on her fingers, and she taps her staff twice, and you hear this gigantic bell just sound throughout the air again, and immediately it just sets into the bear and does some necrotic damage to him.
Cool.
He's
So you
already
see this
wounded.
patch on its neck and shoulder as the hair falls out. It looks almost like mange as this darkness, the dark skin turns dark and black, and gray, and starts and uh, as the sound waves from this bell hit it, and
Cree.
Cree's gonna pass. All right, so Cave Bear. I'm gonna keep the rolls the same. So keep in mind there as a wizard, if you're doing a spell that requires an attack roll like your chromatic orb did, and you're adjacent like you just were, um, they will get you do have disadvantage against on that spell. But because you did a save spell, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, that's why I decided to do that one.
Same thing if you're shooting a bow or something and you're right next to somebody, you have disadvantage using a ranged attack against somebody adjacent to you. But this thing does not have a ranged attack. This thing has rolled a 6. So once again, it is going for Don John, starting with the bite. 19 is going to hit.
Jeez.
And then he's going to hit with both claws,
Hmm.
or attack with both claws. 20 is definitely going to be a hit on the first one.
Is that a natural 20?
That was a natural 20. Yep.
So what
28
that means
total.
so his whatever critical it is, if it is a valid critical, it will be applied automatically. Is
Correct.
that
So he
correct?
rolled an extra die. But he only rolled a 1 and a 2 on his 2d6. So
Ah,
could have been a lot worse. But his second claw comes in and also hits. So the bear, as it comes around, you see it slams into him with both of his claws. And he has to make a save or be knocked prone. So let's see if he can save. Offense attributes. Here we go. Dex. Save. He does have his bless, but a 4 and a 1 for a total of 7. After his modifier, he is knocked prone. So the bear just comes in and just slams with both claws, and he is knocked down. Don John goes down,
No,
and the
not Don John.
and the bear just slams onto him, and you hear crack from some bones as he attacks. Don John is not dead, but he's knocked down. Top of the
okay.
next round. The bear gets to go again. So effects. Um,
Now, because the bear has multiple attacks and two of them are on opposite sides of his body, can it attack both directions so it doesn't really have a flanking except for directly behind? Or does it have to face somebody like he's just attacked Don John? So now would Lolan and I have flanking advantage?
you always have advantage if you are on opposite sides. Doesn't matter. Facing is irrelevant. If somebody's on either side of you, it's still distracting trying to keep track of both enemies, which regardless of which way you're actively facing. Um,
Okay.
so he knocks him down. You guys are still swinging, so I'm going to switch it. and say is a 1 through 8 is going to be Jackson, and then 9, 10 is Don John, and 11, 12 is Lolin.
Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
6.
can I assume that I would have done my mage armor before we left, or no?
Yeah, if you want to burn a spell slot, that's fine. I will say you can do that.
Okay.
So make sure you take away your first level spell, and then there's in the magnifying glass, click it. All right. Um, and for those of you at home, mage armor lasts 8 hours, so it's not concentration, which is nice.
No, that's not what I want to do.
And
See,
so
you're
she's
killing me.
casting mage armor on the bear. So it says thank you as it learns,
No,
goes and
I'm not.
attacks Jackson.
No, I'm not. No, it can't have my special armor. Okay.
So
See,
you
the armor
Oh,
is a magical armor. It's not physical.
correct.
I forgot that I still had the bear targeted.
All right, so
I don't even
he's
think
spins around and tries the same thing for Jackson, but the as he goes to attack you, it's with his mouth. Your big battle axe is there, and he drives it away. So he follows up with his claw, and that is a hit. And his second claw is also a hit. So again, it raises up after it tries to bite you, and then just comes down and slams you with both of its claws. And you have to uh, roll a save to see Jackson.
So you
Ooh,
roll that for me.
2 plus a 3 is an 11. So you are also knocked prone as this thing just
I
comes
Okay.
got.
slamming down on you. Not a whole heck of a lot of damage, 18 points total, but you are knocked prone as well. All right, so Cree says, okay, sort of sighs a little bit as he thought this thing was mostly dead, but the last 2 turns have now. Give me a second. There we go. Prone, prone. There it is. Boom. So if you are prone, attacks, melee attacks against you have advantage because they're right next to you. But range attacks against you have disadvantage if somebody's trying to shoot you while you're prone. So Kree's going to move up. Let's see, you're down 18. Big guy is down 27. So he's actually going to move over to Donjon. Reach out and touch him with a little healing for 9, almost max. Very nice. Lolin. So you see the bear knock down Don John, spin around, slam against Jackson, knock him down. What would you like to do?
That's a good question. I can't do that because that's gonna put me in a disadvantage. Okay, well, I'll do this one. Shiitake, that's not
Shocking grasp. Okay, so now you can just
the
see if it
16 hit.
hits. That is enough. So you reach out, touch it while it's
Awesome.
getting ready to eat Jackson.
Damage and effect.
All right, so because it can't take reactions, you can run away if you want, and it won't get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
Okay.
Do I have to be? Well, never mind.
All right, is that anything else?
Um, no, I don't think I can do anything
Okay.
else. That's it.
Shocking Grasp is a cantrip, so you can cast that as many times as she wants. And we'll zoom in a little bit more. Click. See the action. All right, so we have Don John. He's going to get up. And try to finish this thing off with his kniff. Big old knife. First one's a miss. Still shaking a bit. Trying to breathe through what sounds like what used to be a broken rib. Oops, wrong one. Try attack again. Maybe the second one will hit. There we go. So
Yes.
there we go. All right, Molia.
Um,
So you can metagame a little bit, looking at if you have the combat tracker open, you can see that Jackson has not gone yet. So if you want to,
yeah, I'll have her help Jackson.
okay.
Help. She says help. Okay.
All right, and are you going to move?
No, I'm gonna keep her where she's at.
All right, Jackson, you are on the ground.
So my attack says it can it has a lesser attack because if it's on the ground, or can I not do it at all? Why is it not coming up?
What attack is that?
Yeah, I'm the great axe.
If you try to use your great axe while you're laying on the ground, you're
That's
at
what I mean.
disadvantage. I might even
What if I
impose a -2 on top of that because laying
right
on the
just
ground with this
massively
giant.
heavy? Right.
She's trying to
But,
swing
but if I
it.
just I just bring one of my javelins up and kind of use it as a I can jab and I can also keep it resting on the ground in case he falls into me or whatever tries to strike me.
Correct. You could also take
Okay, so
half your movement to stand up if you want.
half my movement. So if I'm not moving at all, that wouldn't make a difference, right?
Correct. Or if you want to
All right.
move,
So
you have 15 minutes. So you saw
all right.
this thing is sitting there convulsing a little bit as it's and twitching as its muscles lock up after she touched it with her shocking grasp. So it's pretty clear
Right.
this thing is
That's good.
you would not provoke attack of opportunity if you wanted to move anyway. You can also crawl at half your speed if you want to stay on the ground for whatever reason.
Nope, I'm fine. I'll jump up energetically and
Okay.
strike it with my great axe directly.
All right. So you're in. Well, hold on.
Oh, hold on, what?
All right. So let's see. Um,
That's a minus, wasn't it? Or no, it wasn't. Oh, I have
so
attack,
they cancel
a
each other
bonus
out.
attack.
So go ahead and roll again
All
because
right,
you should have had advantage. You had advantage and disadvantage because you were still prone because I hadn't cleared it yet. So go ahead and roll again because of the
all right,
Molia helping you out, biting
right.
into its
And I
little
also had,
thing,
Just
and that's a
nibbling on its
hit.
little nose.
Nice.
nice. All
With a
right,
plus
here we go.
4 on the blessed die.
Nice.
14 damage. Boom.
18 damage.
Very nice. As this thing
Very nice indeed.
is starting
Still
to feel the
alive.
pain. All right, Malia, top of the round. The
Okay.
little mole is starting everybody off.
All right, I'll have her help Jackson again since he's right next to it.
Okay. All right. So it is going to. Both of you are now standing. So I'm going to say 1 through 5 is Jackson. 6 through 8 is John, and 9 and 10 is Cree. 1. It's going after Jackson again.
Solid, Jackson.
Oof, 16 on the die is enough to hit with his bite. And now he's going for his claws as it rears up, slicing at you with his claw. First one
Hit again.
hits.
And the second one hits. Oh, good.
So again, it
Dang.
pounces down on you, trying to knock you over. And this time you're waiting, you're ready for it, and it still slices into your leg with its second attack, but you sidle back and are able to still stand. Let me take off the mage armor. Wink, there we go. So it no longer has mage armor. Jackson,
Thank you.
your
All
turn.
right. Okay, I'm going to let's see. I'm going. I'm still there. I've got the great axe in my hand. I'm bloody, but I'm going to go ahead and attack again.
All right,
So it
toe to
says I have an
toe
attack.
with
I
this
have an attack
giant
bonus
cave
of
bear.
1d4, and that automatically kicks in when I roll the attack.
It does.
Okay, there we go. Come on, baby.
Thank you.
And 25. Yeah.
All right, and you dropped a 10 thanks to Molia.
Nice. There we go. And 8. 12 total. Nice.
All right, so this thing,
Still taking him in.
so Cree is now gonna slide over here.
Thank you.
And this time he's going to touch you. Do like a NCIS. Slap in the back of the head. Stop messing around and kill this thing. And you get healed for 8. Not bad, not bad.
Nice. Nice.
Use up, that's his last first level spell. It is down to you, Lolin. Well, Don Johnson's after you, but can you save Jackson from himself?
I don't know. I don't think anyone can save Jackson from himself, but we'll see.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, let's see. That's not the right person. That's Malia. Okay.
So you have the cave bear targeted right now.
I do. Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's about time.
I had it targeted the whole time. That's why I kept accidentally giving it the good stuff.
That's right.
So, like that.
Are you able to fix or help more than
Yes.
one creature at a
Yes.
time?
No.
I killed it. I did it. So we hear the bell again, and you just kind of see a look of frustration on her face. She's getting tired of dealing with this thing. And she does it again, and you see the necrotic damage just set in, and it gets to his neck, and the bear just can't take it anymore.
Nice. Says, well done, Lolin. That's the deadliest thing to fall to your lame ass hits.
Yeah, I like that. Oh gosh, that's good. That's so good.
All right. So
All
as
right.
this thing
So
collapses, um, It drops. There we go. All right, so what would you guys like to do?
4 + 4. Okay, so let's
Um,
see. I go to the calendar. I go to the calendar. I can see 2 minutes from the calendar. Is that correct?
So you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, but yes, I think you said something about the calendar. Yes, you can look at the
yeah,
calendar.
calendar.
If
So
you're
it's not going to tell us what time it is. It won't tell us.
it does. Yeah, right on top there. If you open up the calendar, and I can
Where's what?
also
Oh, okay, okay,
put it in chat. Well,
okay.
it's actually one. You got to this location at 1, so it's closer to about 1:20 because you guys have been looking around.
Right.
So just fix that. There we go. 1:20.
Okay. So my healing of I have potions of healing. Two of one of it which is greater and one is normal. So 2d4 and 4d4.
Correct.
So I'm
And
thinking,
Lolin, you can go ahead and level up.
yay.
nice.
Do you remember how to do that on the main page?
I think so.
Potion.
You show in chat at home
Okay.
as well. Go to your main page and go to your where it says your level, class and level. Click the magnifying glass, and then you'll see it says class and a little red thing. Click it and drag it down just a little bit. Let go, and it'll bump you up to the next level.
Nice. So
So,
typically we would have pre administering some sort of healing type of thing, but my understanding is he's kind of low, so I should just do my healing potion,
so at this point, you guys can take a short rest,
right?
rest for an hour, and you can use your hit dice if you want to hold on to your healing potions.
Okay. So hit dice is on the front page.
Yes,
So
you
when I
have
roll that, it
4.
gives me a certain.
Every night you'll get
Yeah.
2 back if you've used up 2. So if you use up all 4 right
Okay.
now, it's fine, but you'll only get 2 back when you rest at night.
So okay, so I will roll that. Is it going to be a roll or is it a fixed number?
Yep, you double click it and it'll roll it for you. Where it says HD. Yep. Boom, you get 7 back
I
on the.
get
So
7 back.
So if you want to, you can use
Right.
another one. It's up to you. You are down 28 right now.
Right. I think I will do one more.
So getting
Very
back to Lolin while you're resting and healing. Um,
can I recover some of my spell slots since we're
nice.
taking a short rest?
yes, you can.
Nice.
So first of all, though, look at your front page, um, and you can look at your abilities. You can raise any 1 by 2 or any 2 of them by 1. Since you're all even, you would probably want to raise 1 by 2. Or you can get a feat. Um, so we can talk about that more. You don't have to decide that right this second. At level 4, besides that, I think all you get is a couple more spells. Let's see. As a wizard, um, the big thing is the. Here it is. 4th. Yes, so of course, as a wizard, you always get two spells every level. And oh, you get another cantrip too. So you'll get one more
Mhm.
cantrip that you can know for a total of 4. And then you can add 2 more spells. And your spell slots obviously went up as well.
Yeah.
But to
Okay.
answer your original question, just click where it says all the way down the bottom, Wizard Arcane Recovery. Just click that little dot next to it. And then now that you're level 4, you get a total of 2, well, you know,
Would it be 2 1s or 1 2?
thank you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Okay.
Awesome. So
So then I get
that
my first level spell slots back. Awesome. So
yep.
I put 1 on my dex and 1 on my wisdom.
So that turns them odd, and you don't get a bonus from that. You may want to
Oh,
put
I get what you're saying. I'm gonna do
them.
16 then for the decks. I'm gonna do 2 on decks.
There you go, and then you tweak your wisdom. I think it was okay. Um, so the cool thing about boosting decks like that is that your armor class goes up, all your ranged attack goes up, and your initiative goes up. So it's nice to do. Dex is a good one to boost, and of course your dex
Awesome.
save also goes up.
Yeah.
All right, so don't forget. So take your time, look through the spells while you guys are talking. Um, you get 2 for free, uh, and and a cantrip. So you have a total of 4 cantrips, and then 2 more spells that you can pick from.
Where do I find the list of cantrips and spells?
So on the right, one of the little circles should be spells.
Ah.
If it's not, do you see it over there?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, then I won't bother with trying to explain how to find it. Okay,
Okay.
K-Bear's gone. Don
Yeah,
John's still here.
she still has to. She still has to do the clarification on the which one she can do, right?
Every night when she rests, she picks which spells she wants to use. Um, and that will be one more now. But so yes, but unlike other people, as a wizard, if she finds any scrolls or anything like that, then she can add them to the list of spells she knows with some time and money. She adds them to her spell book, and then every night she can then learn that spell as well. And
Would that increase? It wouldn't increase her amount of spells available for that particular moment. It just increased the amount of them that are choose from.
correct.
Exactly.
Okay.
And she has rituals that she can cast anytime she wants. So like she can do identify, comprehend languages. I think are the 2 that she knows. Um,
Right.
and she doesn't have to prepare those. They're in her book, and she just copies them from her book. Does the ritual, but it takes like 10 minutes. I think the shortest ritual there is 1 minute for some of them. All right,
Okay.
so the gate bear attacks, and then you take a short rest. Did you use up any of the spell? 2. Okay, you used 2 of them to get 16 points back. Very nice. So you're down 19. Let me push the short rests, so anybody who has any kind of abilities will get those back. Rest. Short rest. She used her arcane recovery to get her spell points back. Spell slots, I mean.
Cool.
So the mage armor lasts 8 hours. So
Correct.
is it gonna go until when would you say? Because I would have activated it before we left,
hmm
or as soon as we like started walking.
So I would say you probably would have waited about an hour um, outside of Fandolin because it's usually pretty safe close to the city. And according to the calendar, you left at, wait for it, there it is, 6:30. So 7:30. So it's 13. Um, 7 plus 8 is 15:30. So at 3:30 is when you have 2 more hours left.
Okay.
Effects. All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Can I? Well,
Actually, it's 16:30. 16:30.
We've rested here, correct? Where we are, basically in
Yes. Uh-huh.
the trees and the brush. Okay, so we still have a ways to go, correct?
You have 5 miles to the cave if you didn't want to do
Oh,
anything
okay.
else here. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's
So it's about an hour.
we've rested. Yeah, we've rested in the coop.
is Don
So I think
John okay?
Yes.
he
He
can take anything.
strapped him. You know,
Oh,
he
he's wounded.
did some checks, and Kree helped him out as well. And you see that he also recovered some hit points. So he's um,
What was
doing
that?
much better.
Okay, good.
What just happened? I heard some woman's voice.
You heard a woman's voice
Yeah,
besides Kita?
yeah.
I don't know. I did not hear it.
Something
Did you hear it,
speaking
Kita?
high.
No, it's just me
Okay.
in here.
Yeah. Is it your Chris? I
No,
don't know,
there's
man.
nobody
Maybe
here. Well, we'll have to find out later on. We check the recording.
that's right. You took your
Something
your
happened.
picture down, so maybe you angered the Kotex gods.
Oh gosh.
All right. So you
So
heading
let's
toward the
head
mine?
on over. Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right. So you guys head out. And again, about an hour later, like I said, it's not smooth travel. You're traveling over these rocky hills, and it's getting a little bit rougher as you're more moving around and stuff. Um, and the Cave Bear's cave with its 10,000 gold and magical items is now gone forever.
Oh,
But you do see that there's ahead of you. There's some as you come around the corner. You see there's a little bit of a almost like a game trail hunter's path as it going up toward the mountain, and you see um, there's a tunnel that comes out of the mountain, and above the is this wooden plank with these scrawled in paint the words mountain's toe carved into it in common.
okay. So, skills. History of blacksmithing and athletics.
Close. All right, let me do this. Boop.
So Don John's purpose for being here was, we don't know that what it was because we're dropping him off, or
His
No,
purpose
he's
was. Go ahead.
overseer, isn't he? We're
Yes.
delivering him there because he's the overseer. He needs to be there to
you can put it in the kitchen.
respect what's going on.
What? Oh, thank you. That smells good. Very good. Thank you. Sorry.
All right. Did you hear that answer to your question?
Yes.
Okay. So I will do this. Click, 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 and so there we go. So as you see that there is light from within the tunnel. Um, some sort of lanterns or torches or something is lit in there. What do you want to do?
Okay. So, despite the fact that I was being apprenticed by a dwarf, I'm assuming I don't have any particular advantage in that respect, other than the dark vision, correct? Or dark vision.
Correct. You're not a student of stone masonry or mining or anything like that. No.
Okay. So my
You could probably refine anything that came out of the mine.
right. Okay, so my dark vision is 60 feet.
Hmm.
Um,
But it's lit, so it doesn't matter.
right. Well, it's lit as far as we can see. So you guys interested in checking this out, or are we going to consider our duty done and go back, or
Um,
my thinking is it might not be a bad idea to at least check the condition of this thing. Maybe it does go through and leads us lends us access to the dragon's lair or something. So we might have an advantage if we come back and decide, hey, let's go kill that thing or whatever. Then we can know that we can get in this place and it's safe versus going in there and it's just a shit show and there's all the collapsing and dangerous and everything else.
Okay. Are you asking Lolin?
Yeah, and Korean, whoever I'm asking the party here. What are our thoughts? We don't have tricks or scrambles to ask as well, but I think let's do some reconnaissance. We're not going to go after the dragon right now. Anyway, we're not prepared for that. I don't think. Um,
Yeah, I think scouting and just seeing what's
yeah,
ahead would be a good idea.
if this thing is go in 50 feet and it's all collapsed, obviously that's going to be it's not going to allow this to be a good place to get in. Should we decide to go that direction?
Right.
So I say yes. We'll go ahead and head in. See how far the lanterns go back. See if the lanterns are magical or need to be attended to. In which case, we would know that there's somebody there attending them, right?
All right.
Right.
So you can, the tokens are unlocked. You can move around as you choose.
So the cave entrance is there to okay that way. All right.
Okay. They should have been unlocked. There we go. Now try it again. Sorry. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
So keep in
Ooh,
mind,
that's cool.
if you get too far and you run into something, I will lock the tokens and you guys will be stuck the way you are. All right. So yep. So you run up. Again, you see light
I'm okay. I'm
coming
just
from in here.
yeah. I'll go ahead and lead. Um,
Okay.
and I have some. Let's see.
Is
My
Malia going to be on you,
stealth stealth.
Lolin?
My stealth is a +2, so well, then are you backing me up, or are we gonna have Cree behind? Yeah, Cree usually brings up the rear anyway, so we can have. So Lowland, you're into like just being hanging out in the middle between. I'll lead, and Cree will be the rear guard. Does that sound good to you?
I'm sorry, 1 second. I will be
Yep.
right back.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume Malia is with them, is with her,
Yeah.
being carried by her. So we'll just remove him from the map.
Yep. Yep. Now is John looking to continue his adventure as it were with us at this moment?
So what are you asking him?
I'm asking, is he coming in to check things out with us in the cave?
Yes, that's his whole. That's why he's here. Is to go
Okay.
take over the
All right. All right. So
production of
so
the
what
mine.
is so what are his so I'll ask him like what are you thinking is we're going to be running into here? What should be the situation that we are coming upon?
Well, normally I would say that there's a bunch of dwarves and they're um, doing a bunch of mining and everything's running smooth and we're sending our deliveries to Nashkel getting paid. I mean, not Nashkel, but Neverwinter rather. But that's not happening. So I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully, the fact that there's lights on inside is a good sign. So
Right. And I speak Dwarvish, so that could be helpful in terms of if we run across somebody and they thinking that we're an enemy, I can at least maybe talk them off the ledge or something. All right. So my thought is we'll continue in. Just we'll be cautious. keeping an eye on things and seeing what's going on, listening for listening for sounds of life and busyness going on in here, talking or clanging and feet eating and some
Okay,
guitar playing and the Jew's harp doing 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 doing.
that's right. All right, so you do see some movement, some shadows going across the floor from the lanterns as two figures step up. Um, Waiting to see. This was going to be the end of the thing here, and a little cliffhanger, but waiting to see what's going on with Mick. Give me just a second. Hell.
There she is. So you heard what I said about our intention of going in and taking a look around, seeing what sort of situation that Don John is walking into. Because our original quest is to drop him off here. He heads does his thing, and then we go back and get our reward.
Right.
But I'm thinking that if we have some friends or allies at this point in the trek, I think it's worthwhile to at least introduce ourselves or see what the conditions are again of the the mines and whatnot. If they have
Yeah.
people that if they got doors working there though, um, they know their stuff. So I'm much more confident of the structural integrity of this than I might have been if it was just abandoned or the orcs are in there wreaking havoc or whatever. So that's kind of my thought process there.
Yeah, so these are things that you've been talking about during your day's travel, as you guys have been getting closer and such. And as you enter in and start to go underneath the painted sign, the lantern, the light sources there, you cast shadows on the ground, and you see movement as two figures step up, um, sort of lit by the sunlight coming through, and the one says, "Hey, do you have? This is a mine. This is not public property. Go do your adventuring somewhere else."
We're not here for adventuring. We're here to drop off your new supervisor,
Your new overseer.
Don John.
Yep.
And then I'll tip my head for Don John to step up.
So they sort of look at each other, and go ahead and give me
I have a feeling that Don John doesn't know them.
this roll. There we go.
At least one of us.
Nice.
I don't
Well,
know who this human is, but our overseer, Zeline, will definitely want to talk to you. Follow us. And one sort of steps to the side, and that is where we will leave it till next Thursday.
nice.
I don't have a good feeling about these where we're at.
You do or you don't.
I don't. I have a feeling it's like a setup.
Well, I mean, there was a legitimate business there, so it's just that somebody's being assigned, a human's being assigned to evidently something where a were rat as well as dwarves may be working. So unless they took over the dwarves and now now they've now we're definitely
Yeah,
going into a trap.
I have a
So
feeling that might be the case.
I see your point there. Yes.
So we'll do one last roll real quick since you. All right. So both of you are know that were rats. I mean, were creatures. There are a lot of them. There were
Yep.
sharks, were bears, were wolves, were rats. All these different types of lycanthropes. Generally speaking, they have different alignments. Typically, if you find a were bear, it's a good creature. Typically,
Okay.
a were rat is typically evil.
I told you.
Uh, so not even neutral, just completely
So by nature, they are
at
evil.
least neutral evil, if not farther. Okay.
Typically, one of you could become a were rat and you would not be evil. It's a
Uh,
disease. That's lycanthrope is a disease. But typically and naturally, so uh, so if we can see how it plays out, whether or not these are typical or not. But you do know that typically they are evil. All right. Well,
okay.
hey, thanks for playing with me, guys. And Micah should be back next week. Those of you watching on the U's and the tubes, um, comment below what you think of the new layout, and if any changes you might like to have. Um, I did away with the stat blocks that were live and updated the hit points and things like that, just because there was causing a lot of glitches. Tonight went pretty smooth, so
Right.
I didn't see any glitches so for now we'll do away with those. Maybe once they update it, we'll try it again. But like, subscribe, watch the previous episodes if you want. We're on 21 right now. But whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.
But the key thing
Alrighty.
is that we're switching from Wednesday night to Thursday evening.
Correct. Thursdays from 6:45, 7 to 9. 9 the latest. So, all right, guys. Bye.